Go, go, working dragon mystic.
Oh, Lord.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
I should professionally write stuff.
Did it not work?
All right. Oh yeah, nope, we're up and on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Working Dragon Mystic. This is the Magickal Coffee Hour. Hey, what's up? I'm Linda, and that handsome devil over there is the one, the only Drake, the Working Dragon Mystic. What's up, Drake?
I'm out of coffee.
What? Already? We've only been talking an hour.
It's okay. I got a
Hey,
whole
guys.
pot right here ready to go.
Hell yeah, let's see here. Who's in chat today? What's up, Alex? Elfram? What's up, friendo? Hey, Ben. Unicorn. Hey, Chessie. How's it going? Merrick, good to see you again. Halloween and Peachy, my lovelies. How are you, darlings? Drake,
Yes.
how are you today?
I'm doing good. I am.
Are you sure? You
Pretty
ready for
sure.
me to rain on your parade?
Yep.
Okay, I got a really tough topic to talk about today. First off, how is everybody doing? Gijo, hey, how's it going, friendo? I really love that dude's name. Or chick. Person. I like that person's name. How's it, Peachy? How's everybody doing and everywhere and all that stuff? I miss you too, Unicorn. What's up, TC? Good evening. It's afternoon here, so I'm just kind of here. All right. So, I'm going to wreck your day. You ready for this?
About as much as I can be.
I got the world's hardest topic to talk about. But first, before I get to that, I just wanted to put a little quick note and reminder to our lovely chat group today. What's up, Emily? How's it going? Ooh, yeah, it is very hot today. Excited to get back to work? Heck yes. Also sad because likely I'm going to be missing live streams from now on. Shh, you're not missing this one. Don't you ever say that. This is the best live stream ever. I'm just kidding. But anyways, I'm going to put out a quick note to the audience. We do not talk politics here. We do not talk current events or anything because there is a lot of emotional taxing on it and people get too heated, and I personally don't want to have to police a bunch of people in discussions over this. Ignore the place. This is a time for us to hang out, enjoy some caffeinated or alcoholic beverages, whichever one you prefer, and have fun discussions and me act a fool and Drake shake his head at me because I'm acting a fool. Because that's what we do around here, right?
It really is. That's kind of how we do it.
Ooh, Iowa? One of my really good friends is from Iowa, so hell yeah. So, with that being said, we are not mentioning anything about current events. We are not mentioning anything political. We are not mentioning anything chat or outwards about anything going on right now. This topic is 100% how to take care of yourself, especially during stressful and emotionally charged times in our lives. Right now, there is a lot of emotional and spiritually charged topics going on in the world today. And I personally and a lot of my friends are having issues with coping. So that's one of the reasons why I decided this would be a great topic of discussion, how to take care of yourself during these times. And that means spiritually taking care of yourself, emotionally taking care of yourself, and protecting yourself. And I mean, also, let's be honest, there's 7 planets in retrograde right now for this month, and we just had, what was that, a strawberry full moon / lunar eclipse. Like, shit's out of whack right now, guys. I'm pretty sure aliens are going to be landing on the planet soon. We already had super hornets. I mean, it's a rough year. It's 2020.
I've had fun. I've had fun.
I mean, I've had fun, but I mean, dealing with people, it's been fun.
I got a cure for that, too.
That's why I'm glad I have Baby Yo-Yo. Merrick, I'm going to be honest with you. All I saw was bath salts, and I was going like, hey, none of us are from Florida. Okay, we don't do that shit here.
Oh, Lord.
But, okay, so first things first. The bath salts comment actually was a really good one. I don't know if I talked to you about it. I got this really cool book as a gift, and it was called the Basic Witch Self-Care Book, and Basic.
She's starting early.
It's the same thing, right? Anyways, Basic Witch Self-Care Book, and it has like all of these personal spells and stuff to take care of yourself and, you know, practice self-care. I know we've already had a self-care one, but one of the things was baths. So I wanted to, because I like baths. I like baths a lot. How can a bath help me spiritually, spiritually, magically? There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. How can it help me magically when, you know, I take baths all the time? I love to throw a bath bomb in there and just go, nobody talk to me for the next hour and a half. I'm going to relax.
Well,
so number one, how does that work?
First off, water is attached to our emotions very heavily. Now, when you're talking about a bath, you're literally sitting in this water that energetically it's going to help move your emotions and get them to flow. Energy moves like water, so they have a strong relation. And any emotions that you're holding in you, which if you're stressed out, you're pissed off, you know, any of those things, they're built up in you and they're not moving. So if you sit in the bath, it helps it to start moving and flowing out. Now, water's also naturally calming. So again, you're getting that extra effect of that calming sensation. And believe it or not, water does make sound. Most people's like, well, if baths don't make sound, it's not like a running river. There's a reason you can actually hear like water droplets and stuff when you're in the bathtub. It's because it echoes so much. You may not be able to when you're standing, but when you're actually sitting in the bath, you can hear it. That sound is soothing. Then you add hot water to it. Hot water naturally releases heat that's going to help relieve the tension and have a cleansing effect on itself, and there's the physical effect on the muscles. So without adding anything to this water, you've just sat down in a great big puddle of, I want to relax. And as long as you do that, you sit down and you just let go. You don't really worry about stuff. It's very easy to relax, unwind, and that energy is just going to dissipate out and be cleansed. And you mentioned the bath bombs. You can actually utilize those bath bombs for extra power. And you don't even need like a special one. You don't need to go pay $50 for like this organic herbal magical bath bomb. You can go anywhere and buy a bath bomb. And you can actually charge it with the intent you want. So you can use your favorite bath bomb, charge it with whatever intent you want, and drop that sucker in there. And you're going to get that magical effect from it. So yeah, baths are great.
So without creating the bath bomb myself, how does one go about charging a bath bomb that they bought at the store?
The easiest way is to take it, hold it in your hand, and focus energy on it, specifically for the intent you're wanting. So in this case, let's look at self-healing, emotional balance, calming, and you know what? Let's go ahead and throw some protection in there too. Focus those things onto that bath bomb. It will contain that energy. And the way an item like that works is, as long as the item's intact, the energy's stored. Well, think of the energetic reaction when you drop a bath bomb in. Exactly. So you get that energetic reaction actually helps to fuel it further even and empower your entire bath water with it.
I like that. Bornoldus, well.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! What just happened?
I don't know. You're back. Whatever happened, you're back.
Oh, Lords, help me.
Last I heard was Bornoldus.
Ira? Oh, yep. So Bornoldus, welcome, friendo. And then we have I just saw Era Spirituality. Welcome. Glad you made it, friendo. Chessie, quit laughing at me. Elafram says aliens aren't evil. Unicorn Demon, your mom is fantastic for making you take warm baths because they do help calm, for sure. Hey now, Hellcat, you hush. When I make bath bombs, I think of what I want them to do and pour energy into it. That's actually pretty much what you just said.
It is. It's pretty much
what
you do.
Okay, so one of the things that I was reading, and well, first let's go back to Sabrina because I'm gearing up for the next season to come out. So I just recently watched it again. There was a calming circle that occurred. I remember them doing some kind of spell that required them to kind of center their energy and calming. How real is that? How truthful is that you can get together with your best girlfriends and stand in a circle, do some chanting, and that will protect your energies and stuff from negativity, darkness, and all that jazz?
Well, it's actually pretty accurate. The only thing that, I mean, it's to do it solo than with other people normally. Now, if these are friends that, if you do have a group of friends that do not stress you out, do not annoy you in any way, and you can trust them, yes, the effects can spread out real easily. But yes, you can easily do a nice little circle or sit down and do what's called grounding exercises or meditation. And you can actually de-stress yourself and calm yourself and bring yourself to a point of center.
So, is there any way... how do I form this question?
I don't know.
Are there any particular spells that you can think of at this time that are good for centering and refocusing your energy into a more positive and protected way? Like easy to do at home, whether it be with your loved ones sitting around in the living room or you by yourself. Is there anything?
Yeah, I can. I can think of a real easy way that works for you and your loved ones. And that's kitchen magic of any kind. So when you're preparing your breakfast, your dinner, or even a drink, pour your intent into the meal. Let's not worry about item correspondence at this point. Just pour your intent into the meal. So you're looking for that centering, you're looking for that balance, you're looking for that self-care and that protection. As you're making the meal, pour all that into everything you're doing. So when you're dicing up the onion or the carrots or whatever, be focusing on that. Even if it's a microwave dinner, okay? I don't care if it's one of those 50-cent microwave dinners. Hold the box, channel as much of that good intent into it as you can, and then I would even add so much as to increase the energy as it cooks in the microwave, because that's energy being pumped into it. So if you do that, that outside energy is just further going to ramp up and program to exactly your intent. But it works better with home cooked meals, but you can totally do it with microwave dinners even.
I really want to know where you're finding 50-cent microwave dinners, because I really need some of those for work.
I think they might be closer to 80 or 90 cents now.
Again, I'd like to know where you find those, because there's nothing that cheap here in Hawaii. Sheesh.
Well, I'm not in Hawaii, first off, but it's just the little cheesy... Oh, what a crap is the brand? It's in the red box. I think it's Banquet, maybe?
Stouffer's?
No, Banquet, not Stouffer's. You find them at Walmart all the time.
I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah, those are cheap.
And the commissary has them here. I don't know about you because you're in Hawaii and nothing. You're removed from standard reality over there. So
I live in my own personal hell. Let's just get this correct. I live in my personal hell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I went and talked to an arc demon and be like, okay, can you list off the different hells? I'm pretty sure Hawaii might be on the list.
I will save my comment about that here in a second, but it will make you laugh. It has to do with my very Christian grandmother. Oh, let's see here. Hellcat says positive energy will always repel negative energy, so it stands to reason more positivity is better. Yes, friend. Chessie brings up that each element is part of the bath and you can ritualize them. Bernoldus says 50 cents. I need those. Hellcat agrees with you. It is banquet.
Yay.
Peachy says dollar store TV dinners. Halloween says not ideal, but cheap. And how's the surf? Yeah. Let's see here. We're entering summer, so it has moved from the North Shore down to the South Shore. It's been pretty good, but beaches just recently opened up, so haven't really been out.
So, yeah, and I mean, meditation's always a great one.
Are there any... Okay, so the book that I'm reading, the Modern Fairy Tale series, which I kind of want to bring up again next week, so be prepared on that one.
I got a Disney song for it and everything.
You got a Disney song for it even?
It tells me to be prepared.
Hell yeah. Don't forget the Bare Necessities, too.
Oh, I got that one on the play. Yeah, that's over here. We got that one.
Okay.
I even got the one sung by Bill Murray. And I got Christopher Walken's version of Be Like Me.
I need to hear that one.
You've not heard? Oh, my God. Look that up after this.
I don't think I've heard that one. I will. I finally have some homework to do. Okay, so then I also have Sabrina, Harry Potter, and...
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of what was the other thing that I recently watched. I can't think of the other one. But sigils. Sigils. I know it's one of our favorite topics to talk about here. But each one has a protection sigil mentioned at some point or time, or some kind of marking specifically for protection against negativity, evil, darkness, blah, 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 blah. Are there any sigils that actually could be effective in today's current emotional, spiritual climate?
This is a sticky subject, but generally speaking, again, energy flows like water. We have to understand that. So the larger the distance and the larger energetic impact you want it to have, the harder it gets. Because the further it goes, basically it loses pressure, just like a water hose would. I mean, if you turn on a fire hose at the nozzle, it'll probably punch a hole through you. But once you get 500 feet away from it or something, it's just a trickle dropping off. Energy actually has this same effect. That's the reason evocation works the way it does. You're trying to bring the source of the energy closer to get more bang for your buck and to make things happen faster. The same thing applies to sigils. So the further out they have to go and the larger impact you're wanting, it's going to have less and less effect to the point where if you overextend it, it'll do nothing. So with this knowledge, instead of focusing outward, focus the sigil more direct and pointed and even inward. So focus on you, focus on your household, focus on your family, focus on your property. And yes, they can be very beneficial. And you can even create them to help keep your emotions in check and balanced. You can help use a sigil to help you remember to think rationally and logically. I know at least one young lady over here in the chat, remembering to think rather than react emotionally is something she's had to work on. So yeah, sigils are great for this. But I do see a lot of people overextending them and then wondering why they're not working. And I know somebody's going to be like, you can get, yes, you can technically get any spell to extend. But in order to get it to extend, you need more power. You got to have a larger power source. And That's going to come from time and ritual. That's going to come from focus. That's going to come from your ability to move energy. There's a lot of factors that go into that. And it really starts ramping up exponentially as it gets bigger. So you're looking at a lack of practicality. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does. So this one's a non-political thing that's going on in the world right now. Technically not in the world right now. It's actually still far off from our planet at this time.
Okay.
But there's an asteroid plummeting towards Earth, probably going to miss us. Hopefully it's going to miss us. Otherwise we're going to go the way of the dinosaurs. No big deal. But with that, I know you're not a huge astrology, rules all. I know that. I'm not going to argue with you on that because I really don't know how to argue about that because I really don't know how much I believe in it myself. But with those regards, are there any effects? Because I know, like, watching the old school Sabrina, because I'm a 90s kid and TGIF was like my favorite thing growing up. Well, let me be honest with you on that.
I'm the new TGIF. Everybody looks forward to me coming on Friday nights.
I mean, if it wasn't for work, I'd definitely be there on Fridays with you. I just have to catch up on the repost, which makes me sad. Anyways, quit trying to make me sad. That's so rude. In regards
And she's the one that started this with, are you ready for me to rain on your day?
I always ask you that because you always give me such cross-eyed looks whenever I catch you off guard. So, I just assume I ruin your day every Sunday.
No, I actually enjoy it.
So, in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, asteroids and meteors and stuff like that caused witches to have various types of things such as mood swings, and basically it was like grand scale PMS for witches, warlocks, wizards, and all magical practitioners that lived in the mortal realm and all that jazz. How much should we be prepared in regards to an astrological sense about a meteor / whatever comet, asteroid?
That's a good question.
Giant body that's the size of a stadium hurtling past Earth.
And it really comes down to, it's not the meteor, it's not the asteroid, it's not the planetary body, it's the energetic body that surrounds it. And anytime there's any kind of energetic spike that can ripple through the energetic field that makes up our planet, and some people would even argue our galaxy, though it would have to be a really big spike to ripple that far. But let's say, so the planet's what you're going to worry more about. It can actually cause an effect. In fact, even an electrical surge in a neighborhood can create an energetic spike that someone who's sensitive to energy will pick up on. And if you're not doing your standard stuff, like daily meditation, grounding, shielding, things that all practitioners should be doing daily, it's going to have an effect on you. Yeah, daily. It will have an effect on you. And yes, it usually manifests in an emotional way. That is the easiest way for it to manifest. Because your body's going to take in that excess energy and it's going to want to output it. Because if it doesn't output, then you could develop a headache, muscle cramps, nausea. Because your body's going to process it one way or the other. But the funny thing is, if you just have that standard practice of grounding and shielding as a part of your regular magical practice, which you should have anyway, these power surges, they're nothing. They're less than the wind blowing.
That's actually kind of awesome.
Yeah, because I would actually be more worried about a heavy wind when I'm wearing my trench coat than I would any power surge from, even if you could move 5 whole planets through our solar system real quick.
That sounds like a really bad idea.
It would be a bad idea, but it doesn't
just because
take
of gravitational
much.
pull and
The gravitational
Rotation.
pull would cause more than the energy surge. The energy surge is very easy to negate.
So, here's a silly question, and I mean this is legit silly. So,
Oh Lord.
excuse me, folks. I'm about to get weird.
Betrayer, what'd I do?
No, in regards to Sojin's comment. What term do you prefer to be called? I prefer mage, and that's from Eric.
Oh.
He wants to know, what do you prefer to be called?
Me? Oh.
Yes, you. You're the practitioner here.
Yeah, I usually go by mage because I'm not spiritual and I'm not religious. My practice is strictly results based. All my experiments, I actually attempt to apply the scientific method as best I can. And since I know I can't actually, fully apply science with its definitions, it has to be based on results. And for me to count it as working, I have to be able to manifest the same result over and over with the same process 85% of the time or better. So yeah, I go with mage.
Okay, so here's my silly question. Speaking 100%, if we are talking about astrology affecting magic on Earth, right? And energies on Earth. Pretend our beautiful little comet that's soaring through the atmosphere and hurtling past Earth does manage to make contact with a planet that is outside of, us, right?
Okay.
We'll pretend that we're going to pretend that we're taking out. We're going to take out Uranus. just because.
Just because you wanted to say that.
I did not want to say that. I actually just went and asked,
Everyone drop a yes, no, or even a smiley face if you think she picked that one just because she wanted to say that.
I just wanted to say, more than Mars passed us, okay? Because it was Mercury,
Pluto,
Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. Pluto's not a planet anymore, okay? It might change this summer, but currently it's not a planet. I think we have Planet X still floating around the atmosphere somewhere. I don't remember. Anyways, we're having this collide with Uranus. Got it? Good. So what if Uranus blows up? Quit looking at me like that, Paul.
Okay, so Linda's blowing up her Uranus here.
And it explodes. Is there going to be any kind of energy shift? Is Uranus being retrograded, being blown up, is that going to be a thing anymore? Is this going to affect energies on Earth? Or
yeah,
now,
it will.
Are we no longer being affected by Uranus?
It will. And there's actually no way around this because our solar system is built on energetic fields. And even those energetic fields of each planet overlap in their rotations in very specific ways. So for all the crap I give, some of the astrology people, that is one thing that we agree on. Those are there. I mean, even science would say there's a gravitational field there that will suddenly not be there. And I'm not sure we really have a way to determine exactly what that effect would be. Because just look at the moon. I mean, the moon has enough of an energetic pull and control over this planet. It literally is what controls our oceans. And ask any farmer. He knows not to leave sheet metal uncovered without a weight on it when the full moon's coming. Because it will literally roll it up like a burrito.
Ooh.
And you'll come out and you'll have a tube of sheet metal and you cannot flatten it back out. So, yes, it's going to have an effect. I'd personally think the energetic shock wave from that would be massive. Because you're going to have the shock wave from the impact first, and then you're going to have the shock wave from the explosion. That just sounds like a bad day.
I love Taco Bell. I just really hope it affects Taco Bell. You brought up burritos, and now I want a burrito.
You brought up Oh, Lord help me.
Also, everybody he's like saying yes. I honestly wasn't intending for Uranus to come out like that, but I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it, right, guys? Or the wizard hat, or the baby Yoda. I'll wear the baby Yoda. There we go. Woo. If I get taken out by Funko Pops,
I'll laugh.
I love her. Well, I mean, it's a bit tall.
Yeah, it's a little tall.
It's a bit tall. I'm not a smart person. I just like to play stack. Oh my god. Can I please become a witch of tacos? Because I would totally rock doing taco magic. I think that should be my niche right there. That was my path. I shall travel the path of the taco. To
Yes,
Mexico!
Drake made me. What'd I make you do, Hellcat?
You made him say yes. It took me a second to realize what the hell he was saying. I'm like,
okay, I get it now.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on right now. But nobody made me for you. I was made for myself.
I won't lie, for as many people who know, and I mean, you all seen how much I enjoy grilling, so I do eat healthy, but Taco Bell is my weakness. I'll run out for Taco Bell quite often.
Mooncat, about damn time. We've been missing you.
There she is.
Oh, now I want Taco Bell. I'm making. What am I making tonight? I am making. What? I can't even think. I'm making some meat. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm making some meat.
Tell Paul I said hi.
I don't even. Huh? What about Paul?
I said, tell him I said hi.
He's playing video games downstairs. He was coming.
Never mind. It went over your short little head. Just.
No, that was yesterday. Anywho, I hope nobody else heard that. Oops, my moon gotta behave. What? Oh, yep. It's okay. Mooncat will just misbehave with all of us. Let's see here. Taco Bell is considered one of the healthiest fast foods.
It actually is. It really is.
So I'm doing the Noom Noom program.
I've never heard that.
Because
you're as short as a gnome?
Huh? What did you say?
You said you're doing the Gnome program, and I was like, why? Because you're short as a gnome?
Noom. It's like Zoom with an N.
Oh, Noom.
Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. And like you
Not
plug in your
E.
foods. No E's. You plug in your foods and it tells you if it's like good for your diet or not, like where you're at. And like I plugged in some Taco Bell the other day because I was like, I'm so daggum hungry right now. So I got Taco Bell, and it was a green food, meaning that it was a good to go food. So that's how I know Taco Bell's good for me.
Interesting. I made the first.
That's how I know.
Well, I'll drink to that.
I will eat.
I'm having smoked pork shoulder for dinner tonight.
I forgot what I'm having.
Somebody gave me
skirt steak.
Someone gave me pecan wood, and I hadn't used that for pork shoulder, so I tried that out. Pecan works really good with pork shoulder.
Yes, it does.
And yes, for those who have been emailing me, yes, I am going to do a video on how I do it, and it will also talk about how to use it in Magic. It's coming. I'm just working out some filming logistics right now.
Aww. Hellcat and Mooncat are hashtag relationship goals. Just saying, guys. My robot is currently judging me, and I don't appreciate that. Okay, so getting back on topic. Now, my next thing, and this one's kind of a big one, and I know it's going to be a hard one to discuss, because I know, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Empaths.
Ooh.
I'm friends with so many empaths. I love you guys. However, right now, current emotional climate, things are really high, and a lot of empaths are feeling it. And some of them are very unbearable to be around.
She's just trying to get me in trouble at this point.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll be there. I'll fight with you. But anyways, is there anything that empaths can do to kind of help ground themselves more and protect themselves from the emotional turmoil?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
is there any, and then on top of that, is there anything for the non-empath to kind of help their empath friends?
Sorta. First off, let's start with the empaths. This is something I catch a lot of flack for because most people think I'm not an empath. The ironic part is I actually am, and I suffer from, or could suffer from, all the problems you classically hear. However, I learned a long time ago that if I didn't get a hold on it, I'd be miserable. So I worked at it, and yes, there are ways you can handle this. Ironically, I don't find many empaths who actually seem to want to apply the process, though. That's why I say you're going to get me in trouble. Because first off, grounding and shielding is always going to be there. And honestly, all practitioners should be doing it. So there has to be a separation. And one of the things that empaths forget to do, technically speaking, by the definition of an empath, all people sensitive to energy are actually empathic. I'm sorry, I hate to burst bubbles, but it's true. The real separator between what most people call an empath and your standard practitioner is their energetic size. So their aura goes out further than everyone else. Because of this, it overlaps and picks up on more things. Hence the emotional state, the energetic states, those things. You can pull your aura in. You can physically pull that in. So during your grounding and shielding process, what you would do is actually visualize your aura. And once you see the aura well enough, even if you just have to plug it into your head, pull it all the way in as far as you can. In fact, I would say I would actually recommend pulling it into it literally not radiating out. It's just in you. And then put your shield, let's say give you a foot and a half shield bubble around you after you're done grounding. What this does is this makes sure your aura is behind that energetic shield now. Because if your aura goes outside your shield, that shield does nothing. It does nothing. That's like standing in front of a bulletproof vest while getting shot at. It does nothing. So you got to make sure that aura is back behind that shield. And once that's done, that will actually stop all your side effects. Now, that sounds easy. It does take a while to get used to. First off, when you start pulling your aura in, it feels weird. It feels funky. It's like new shoes. It just don't feel right until you get used to it. But if you do this daily, multiple times a day, I'd actually recommend, it becomes second nature. And all those little issues that my fellow empaths have, they will slowly taper off. Now, that's the empath side. Now, for empaths and your friends, if you are friends with an empath or you know an empath, the first thing you should think about is giving them the frickin' space. If they want space, give them space. Don't run in, don't try and, get in their personal space because, again, we're telling them to pull in their aura for the same reason you should be giving them that space. So be conscious of that. That's really one of the best things you can do. Secondly, if you are in an extreme emotional state, whether it's upset, angry, sad, I don't care what it is. If you stubbed your toe and you're screaming profanities and you're upset and stressed, usually that passes quickly, but let's say you're just somebody who hangs on to that frustration. You might want to spend less time around an empath during those extreme times, or call them on the phone, something like that. Or at least let them know you're frustrated so that they can reinforce their shield specifically. Communicate with them so they can adjust their shields accordingly is a huge, huge help. Now, And if it's important, I'm not saying, avoid somebody even if it's important. No, it's just if it's not important, like I'm bored, I want to go cheeseburger, but I'm pissed. You can call them, but let them know that you're upset so they can at least shield, but also be understanding if they're like, I can't handle that right now because I'm dealing with this other stuff as well. That's really the best things you can do, which I'd like to think friends would be understanding and cooperative.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
And if I'm ever having a bad day, my friends are free to buy me whiskey or tequila or rum. That always helps me.
Yeah. Hellcat says, I hate having to shield so much. With social unrest, I get bombarded with negative energy. Grounding and shielding is a way of life for me. Matthias says, I think the clairsentience enhances my empathy, which sucks.
It will. It will. Empath, the ability to be an empath works through your arcane senses. It really does. So the more you open those, the more you are exposed to that, which is why grounding and shielding should be a thing. Everything just kind of builds on top of one another. They work in unison, but if you try to only work with one tool, you're not going to be able to fix the car. You're not. So yeah, grounding and shielding, it's very important. And Hellcat, you're right. But even before all this, I mean, in the areas I've had to work and stuff, grounding and shielding has just become a way of life with me. Even if I'm behind my wards, I don't get up and go throughout my day without grounding and shielding. So, I mean, that's one reason some people have been even a bit miffed with me, because they feel I haven't been affected energetically by things. And it's like, before this year, we'll practice and everything. And now they're upset because I wasn't affected.
Chessie says, have adopted the practice to decide if I'm feeling it from others. If it is, I can allow it to wash over me and not hold.
Yes, Chessie, that's actually a good point. That's something else. And this is something I run into a lot with empaths. They're so used to feeling other people's emotions, they forget to sit down and figure out if maybe they're feeling their own damn emotions. It's good to get away and meditate. That's one reason meditation's so great, because you can go off, you can isolate yourself, you can meditate, you can process, work yourself through your thoughts, figure out what isn't. And that's also the reason I did the 8-hour unplug. Everyone was amazed by the effects that 8-hour unplug had on them. So I would encourage everyone to daily, so where they can literally unplug and just go off and do their own thing, even if it's 30 minutes, just so they can be left alone with their own thoughts to sort through. Because once you identify if it's you, then you can work on correcting you, because you can't ground out you. You can't ground and shield against you, but you can work and fix you, which is tremendous.
Okay, we're like, I agree, but it's gotten more intense lately. The main one I notice is if I'm talking to someone with anxiety, I take that on and feel exactly how they do. Chessie says meditation is my lifeline. Ralph's evening. Hey, Ralph, how's it going? Dig the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. Yeah, Baby Yo-Yo is life. And just
I'm going to have to start wearing my freaking helmet up in this joint with her and that yo-yo, ain't
Merrick, you and I are going to fight. You had to tell me you ordered Taco Bell. Rude as heck. Rude.
Go, Merrick, go.
Okay.
Go, Merrick, go.
I know he did not order some for me, which makes me even more upset.
No, Mathis, you're right, and it goes right back to that aura. As a practitioner, your aura is going to grow the more and more you practice, the more you work with energy. It grows just like a muscle. So it's actually important for you to be pulling that aura back and making sure it's behind your shields. Because just like you said, you walk up to somebody dealing with anxiety, you're picking up on it. And that's because your aura starts to overlap them.
So at the end of the day, know yourself and know how to protect yourself first and foremost.
Yep, it's really important.
And I would 100% agree.
There's a reason the first law of magic is know thyself. It's that important.
My dumbass needs to learn not to be running on an injured foot. But I admit that. So that's the end of my questions in regards to the topic. Now, before I forget to bring it back up later and get all sidetracked and all that shit. So you made a comment about asking demons if there's a circle of hell named Hawaii or after Hawaii or whatever, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning?
Yeah, I remember.
So my grandmother, Mammy, sweetest woman in the world. Love this woman to death. She is my rock and all that good stuff. Hug your grandmothers for me, folks, because I'm a bit of a grandma's girl. But anyways, she's Southern. I'm Southern, from the South. I'm from Tennessee. She lives in Tennessee, born, raised. I don't think she's ever left Tennessee other than like once or twice to like West Virginia type stuff. So she's got a thick, beautifully thick accent. When she says Hawaii, she doesn't say Hawaii. She says Hawaii. So, me, bored as hell one day, was like, oh, I'm just going to look up Hawaii type shit. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I decided I was going to play around with the spelling to see if there's anything, different or if Hawaii is a real thing. So it turns out Hawaii is in the Quran as like one of the circles of hell, like the 13th circle of hell or something like that. So technically, if you go off my grandmother's pronunciation of Hawaii, yes, I live in the 13th circle of hell.
That's pretty funny right there.
It makes so much sense. So I
random stuff pronunciations can teach us.
Yeah. So fun fact of the day, Hawaii is like the 13th circle of hell in the Quran or whatever. I live there. Hellcat, what area of Tennessee? Okay, Ralph says grounding is very important. Great to bring yourself to reality after conducting a psychodrama ritual so you would let the universe run its course. Mooncat says same here, but I'm new and newly gifted, so I'm still trying to learn and grasp and use all the tools, etc., in all the aspects with lots of help from my friends that are family and my man Hellcat. And then Chessie says that's a hoot. I mean, it is what it is. And then Ani, where have you been? You have not said a word. Oh, you're from Cookville. I'm from Murfreesboro originally. Ani, I have not seen your name in chat this whole time. I'm upset. I love you. Aloha. Hello. Making sure I didn't miss her. Okay.
Pot calling the kettle black there a little there. How many people got to say hi to Linda in chat last week?
Excuse me. What are we talking about?
Nothing. You was just giving Ani crap. So I was giving you crap.
I love Ani. Merrick's a Bama native.
So what's number one? If Know Thyself is number two, what?
Ani, I hope you have a better day, hon. Love you. He's life-size. He's only, I think he's 16 inches. I don't remember.
He just looks bigger because Linda's holding him. But he's supposed to be actual prop size. It's just Linda's holding him, so looks bigger.
Actually, I think this one is actually the life-size version. No,
that's too small. That's too small.
No, he's too small. But I mean, it's still...
Still looks so big in your hands.
It does. It looks huge. Like, there's my hand. Knowledge is power.
Okay, yeah.
Harm Num is number one.
So, yeah, I'd have... Those two get flipped around a little bit sometimes. So...
I'll flip you around.
Well,
I don't even know.
Well, we're talking about the 28 laws of magic, which the harm done actually isn't in those 28. That's more of in the Wiccan context. But yeah, for Wiccan, $sign is what people's told me. That allows it actually will sticky your comment or post in the live chat to make sure it's seen. Did I just lose you all? Linda, you there?
It's buffering.
Okay.
I'm here. It's buffering.
Actually, mine says, can you see the feed?
I can see the feed. It's just really bad buffering.
Okay. We've got 1/3 of the Dragon Magic 102 course filmed and edited. So we're doing well on getting that out. So September we should have that out on time. We've got more Dragon Magic videos, some more Norse videos coming out. And we are going to do a comparative series also. We're actually going to dive into mythological lore details for an entity in one video. And then we're going to release a modern Gnosis video where I'm actually going to discuss how the entity has grown since the myths were written, because it seems like a lot of people think the myths were written and all the entities just got off the train and didn't keep up with anything past that point, which has always baffled me. Like the example I can give right now is Odin. Most of the time Odin will show up in a suit.
Huh.
Yeah, for me he has no they fully understand modern culture, and they're okay being a part of it. So
he's just a classy guy.
So these are things that I can only present from a Gnosis standpoint, but I thought would be fun to share with people, and this was actually Peachy's idea. But I think we got that series coming up, and she did actually pick Odin as the first entity. So,
love it.
Since it was her idea.
Rouse says, just got the occult tarot, wondering if Drake heard about it. It's based off the Goetia and the meant to deal with the thank you, Goetia, and is meant to deal with the demons. The same guy did the Hebrew Shem Angel Tarot. These decks are designed for evocation. Chessie says, guys, this is awesome, but I have to bounce. Thanks till next time. Halloween said she had to reload. Hellcat says, good job. Merrick is being a jerk and saying cheesy gordita crunch, which makes me upset. Halloween says, finished my 5 servitors letters though.
Nice.
Hellcat says, oh fun. Yay, awesome. LOL. Merrick said, I saw Odin with a wide brim hat and trench coat. Are you sure that wasn't just, Drake showing up at your doorstep?
He does wear the wide brimmed hat still. He likes his hat, I won't lie.
And then Peachy says, yay for Odin.
He wears more grays and stone grays than I do. Though I am trying to add a bit more gray to my wardrobe. As most of you know, during last week's weekly challenge, I added color. Y'all even saw me in the red shirt and everything. So,
I mean, you're wearing purple today, which makes me happy.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to come up with a summer wardrobe. Sephi is just dying at the concept of what my version of a summer wardrobe would be, which is kind of this. This is actually a summery material. So
I personally approve.
I think I look good in it.
Wait till my hair grows out a little bit more, then I got you, friend. But
What'd
right
they
now,
say?
my hair's too short. Hellcat says, Linda, please say Jinkies, my glasses.
Oh. Dude, yeah, when her hair gets long, oh my god. First picture I ever saw of her, you could not tell the difference between her and Velma Dinkley.
It's true. It's really bad.
It was great. I loved it. I missed that hairdo. I really do.
It'll be back in about, give me about 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
It should be back.
I'll be waiting.
My hair's growing pretty fast.
I'll be waiting.
I mean, look at how long it's gotten already.
My hair's actually growing pretty fast. So it'll be back soon. Shortly, I'll actually have a head of hair again.
I need to trim my bangs again, though.
I don't have that problem. So yeah, we got a lot going on, and I'm actually, for the Magical Coffee Hour viewers, I'll let y'all know, I am actually looking at doing another contest and drawing to be announced probably next Friday during Research and Ramblings. And this particular drawing, the prizes will be, I'm actually going to do a set of prizes. It's going to be, there'll be 2 or 3 things. And I'm looking to draw 3 names this time, not just one.
Who was the winner of the last drawing?
So
I don't remember that announcement.
Tara was in the name. I can't remember what the rest of her name was. But she did win. She won the full hour consultation with me. And it's just been too long since we've done a drawing. So I'm looking at some prizes for this particular drawing that I want to put in there. I don't know if I'll do another consultation or not, but we're going to draw 3 names this time, not just one. So I should have the details all ironed out by next Friday to be announced.
I like it. I like it a lot. Drake, I think I saw a sign on your head. Hair is social distancing. I am not bald.
Do what?
Your hair is social distancing. You aren't actually bald.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. All right.
No, I'm not bald. I just shaved it for fun.
Anybody got questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, or complaints? We haven't heard from the audience much today, and I'm actually impressed on that.
I'm proud of them.
I'm more excited over the fact we didn't have somebody coming and asking about dragons for like the 2 billionth time.
Well, I am working Dragon Mystic. What do you expect?
I mean, this is true, but it always makes me laugh. Oh, I just popped into the stream to ask you a question about dragons. Oh, you're not going to answer my question about dragons? Okay, bye. Friends, stay for the coffee. We're awesome.
Yeah, I do try to cover more stuff here than... But yeah, I get your point.
No, I just find it hilarious. Let's see here. There was that one stream where the guy, like, we're literally in the middle of a conversation, and out of nowhere, the guy just drops in. He's like, "Hey, I got a question about dragons. And he just like puts this paragraph, and then we're like, "Okay, well, we'll get to that at the end of the thing, and we'll talk about the dragons at the end of the thing." And then he, like, I guess copied and pasted like the exact same comment again, like later on. And it's like, bruh, we're not answering you right now. Stop it, bad child.
Well, now he can super chat if it's that important. Give us $5, we'll answer.
Halloween, the streak's been broken for a few weeks now. Also, I'm sorry, guys, that I wasn't here last week, but I'm going to need your help with something.
Uh-oh.
I got a new car, but I don't have a name for it yet. I need help. It's a Jeep Renegade, and it's red. Help. Drake, you're included in that help, by the way.
I don't even name my vehicle.
I thought you had a name for your vehicle.
It's news for me.
Oh, I have to name my vehicle.
Out of curiosity, what was my vehicle named?
Huh?
You said I thought I had a name for my vehicle, so what was it?
I thought you had a name for it. I remember.
Oh.
Half the time I don't even remember my own vehicle's name, but I at least have to name it once.
Seffi's has a name.
That might be the one I'm thinking of.
But
I just remember there was a vehicle name. Aw, Yo-Yo.
that would be fitting for her. Name it Yo-Yo.
I would if it was green, but I didn't get a green one. I got a red one.
We'll
Because
see.
all my vehicles... next entity or deity you are making a video on. Who that?
Who that? Right off the top of my head, I know the next dragon should be Ingus Salor, the ruler of the fire dragons. I'm also wanting to do a video on Loki and Azazel. coming up real soon.
Yes. I like that.
And one video I'm wanting to get out is I'm actually currently in the middle of doing some real deep gnosis and research on the fact that a lot of people think Frigg and Freya are the same deity. And I won't give you my personal stance on that, but I'm actually diving into that, and then I'm going to do a video sharing what my sources were lore-wise, why I came to this conclusion, and you'll know what my final verdict is at that point. So that's going to be a fun one. But it's been fun because Frigg's not an entity I work with practically at all. So it's a new area for me. And I always enjoyed working with Freya. Who wouldn't? But yeah, we actually have quite a few entities coming out.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
And Azazel, I've been getting emails about left and right. I don't even remember what video I mentioned him in, and it was just like one passing mention. But apparently everyone wants them some more Azazel. So
It was enough to get some interest.
name it Sushi.
Oh, I do love sushi. Sushi. All right, Fred.
Who
you got
doesn't
anything
like
else to put
sushi?
out?
I love sushi. I haven't had sushi since Seffi left.
Le gasp. On engine number 9. And then put dummy limbs hanging off the wheel wells. Call it Reaper. I like that.
That's not a bad way to
Regarding
go.
Dragon Invocation. It was pretty hilarious. Regarding the Dragon Invocation, the pronunciation of, I'm not even going to pronounce that. Can you give guidance on that?
Yeah, it's pronounced Balash. I know the way it's written doesn't come out quite that way. I spelled it the way the dragons wanted it to be spelled. And I've even made the mistake before of pronouncing it the way it's spelled because somebody asked me that question who's taking the course. And I'm going to have to go back into the course and actually say this is how it's spelled and put a pronunciation because it is Balash. I was actually blaming my accent for the screw up originally. But going back, it was like the next time I did a working with the rulers, they're like, no, dummy. No, it is Balash. It's just it's spelled this way, but it's pronounced this way. So they came back to correct me. It is Balash. And I'm actually going to go back into the course, and I'm going to put a pronunciation in writing there beside the correct spelling as well. It would be so much more helpful if they just spell it the way it sounds. But hey, dragons, what are you going to do?
Wouldn't Yoda be an alien, not a human, though?
What?
Hellcat goes, Yoda is secretly a dragon in human form. All right. I think that's it for the day, isn't it? Our coffee hour is up.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're up. So.
Well, everybody, you know where to go find him. Go find me. We're in the Discord. If you're not there, you should probably get there. If you're not checking out the Working Dragon Mystic website, you should probably go check that out. Be here on Fridays for his live stream. Check out his videos that he posts throughout the week. And then join us next week for Caffeine and Chaos and Magickal Coffee Hour. And Drake the Working Dragon Mystic. I can't speak today. I need more coffee, guys. I really do. Anyways, I'm Belinda. That handsome devil. I can't even tell which direction I need to be pointing because my screen just kind of sucks. But anyways, I'm Belinda, also known as Caffeine and Chaos. That handsome guy over there is Drake, the Working Dragon Mystic. And this has been the Magickal Coffee Hour. We'll see you guys next week. Bye!
Y'all take it easy. Whoops, I did it again.
Why do you keep hanging up on me? Just don't love me anymore?